Oh, wait a minute. Man, I'm having like an audio, an audio mishap right in front of your face here. This is Music Notes. You're in the right place. But I forgot to do something, so we're going to see how well this computer handles me changing it on the fly. We're flying! We're flying! Get it up! You are on. You are a part of today's episode of Music Notes. I'm your host, Carlos Young, singer-songwriter, and YouTube dude. All right. So you're happy to be here.
Oh, no.
What? You're not. Yeah, you are. Tell the truth. This is Music Notes, where we're always in a very good mood because we're talking about songs. And we give each section very, very roughly 5 minutes. Now, what do we do in every segment of this song that's going to take 5 minutes? Every segment of this show, excuse me. It's going to take 5 minutes or so. What do? We break down hit songs because hit songs are our best examples of likable songs. And so we assume that we are going to want to write songs that people like. And we start from there and we work our way back to examining hit songs. And that's what we do. So, today we have a hit song on the global charts, sitting at number 22, which is the day of my birth. A nice place to be. It has nothing to do with how I pick things, but it's a good track. I like it. It's very cool, interesting. How so? We're going to talk about that. But we're going to talk about much more than that. We're also going to talk about the melody. We're going to talk about the harmony. We're going to talk about the song structure. We're going to talk about the performance, the mix. We're going to talk about everything, every aspect that goes into the song that makes it hit material, and, it's not like I'm an expert on what hit material is, but what I can do and what we do on the show is we examine general trends. We look for common points. That way we don't have to necessarily be gurus or experts or anything like that. We can just be people who look at music and we do it objectively. We just examine the song. We don't even give a lot of thought into what we're going to talk about or, exactly what type of topics within the topics we're going to talk about, especially we're not getting that deep into it. Why? Because this is just a quick look at what makes a song work, what makes a song tick. It's not meant to be something overcooked in your brain where you just you lament over it and you think and you rethink. And no, it's not going to be that. Why? It could have been that. Why is it not that? The reason that it's not that is because we want songwriting to come naturally. Just like there's a proverb, if you can breathe, you can sing, right? I think if you can understand the framework of a song, even if you don't know much about music, you can write one. Because as you'll see, when you look at hit songs, there are a lot of commonalities. There are a lot of things that are used again and again, different techniques, different styles, different formats. And so that's what this show is about. So hang in there. We're going to get started. Today's song is, drumroll. Let me make sure I say it right. Telepatia by Kali Uchis. Is in Espanol and in English. It's a bilingual song. Very cool, man. Okay. So, do you have to speak Spanish to be able to watch this? No. Do you have to speak, do you have to be bilingual to be able to understand today's episode of Music Notes? No. Why not? Because it doesn't even, honestly, for the sake of this show, it doesn't even really matter what she's saying. Like, we could completely omit that, and we could still do the show, because a lot more is said within the context of a song in all the rest of the stuff, and we understand so much of what a song is by all of the rest of it. It's sort of like, if the spoken words and the meaning behind the spoken words is obviously the language, then the rest of it is like body language. And so you see, you get the feel, the posture, the embodiment, attitude of the song from all the rest of it. So anyway, that's a long way of saying, instead of short story, a long story short, it was a short story long, to explain how it doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter. If you're not super well versed on notes and melodies, it doesn't matter. If you're not super well versed on song structures and blah, 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 it doesn't matter. Because we're going to look at it at a level that doesn't go any deeper than what a child can understand. And that's actually, that's good, because we don't want it to be confusing. We want it to be empowering. All right, why? Because this show is all about it's so that you can make your joyful noise. Whatever that may be. That's just two. That's just two options. So, if you're first time watching this, if this is your first time watching this, then this is how we do it. Okay, it's kind of a lightning round, because it's fast. 30 minutes minus intro, outro leaves 20 minutes. 20 minutes to break down a song is not enough time, but we do it anyway. We make it happen, man, because that's what you got to do when you're writing a song. You can't be worrying about whether things are possible or not. You got to just do it. That's how you do impossible things. Just don't worry about whether it's possible. Okay? So, first thing that we're going to do is we're going to get into hypothetical origins. Where did this song come from? You ask? Well, I have no idea. But if we look in some typical spots for clues, then we will find what we're looking for very easily. When it comes to the hypothetical origins, the lyrics are pretty much the most likely place to start. So, that's what we do. Since these ones are in English and in Spanish, I'm going to do my best to read them in Spanish a little bit, and then I'm going to get a translation for the people who speak English. But then there's English, okay? So it says, ¿Quién lo diría que se podría hacer el amor por telepatía? La luna está llena, mi cama vacía. Lo que yo te haría si te tuviera de frente la mente, te la volaría. De noche, de día, de noche y de día, de noche y de día. And then she says, you know I'm just a flight away. If you wanted, you can take a private plane. a kilómetros estamos conectando y me prendes aunque no me estás tocando. You know I got a lot to say. All these voices in the background of my brain. So, this is a very interesting song. It's... Okay, let me get the translation now quickly for the English-only speakers. So, chorus. Who would have known that you can make love telepathically? The moon is full, my bed is empty. What I would do to you. If I had you in front of me, I would blow your mind. Night and day, night and day. You know I'm just a flight away. If you wanted to take a private plane, or you can take a private plane, miles away, we're connecting, and you turn me on without even touching me. You know I got a lot to say. All these voices in the background of my brain, and they're telling me everything you're thinking. I imagine what you've already been plotting. Who would have known you could make love telepathically? The moon is full, my bed is empty. What I would do to you if you had me in front. I will blow your mind night and day, night and day. So, anyway, this one, I'm definitely running out of time on reading it. But this is clearly about lovemaking, right? In this case, via Telepatia, or telepathy, mind reading from far away, imagining what this person is feeling. Emotionally, romantically, towards you, and feeling it like it's actual physical touch through telepathy. It's pretty far out. That's it. I mean, this is an easy one because they kind of come right out and say it. Not always so easy. I feel like I pretty much just summarized that one, but she says it, so... But she says it in Spanish and in English, which is cool. Now, let's get into the structural guidelines of this song. What are the structural guidelines? First, let's talk about what are structural guidelines. Structural guidelines can be anything from the key of the song, to the tempo of the song, to the verse, chorus, breakdown, the formatting of the song in that regard. It can be a lot of different things, and everything. Everything basically serves to crystallize the song into what it finally becomes. So, yeah, we're going to look at a few of them. Let's go back to... Okay. Let's look at the broad scale structure of the song first. So it starts in the chorus. That's cool. Then it goes right into verse 1, chorus, verse 2, chorus, outro. Wow. As far as like song breakdowns go, that's like as simple as it could be, I think. Chorus, verse, chorus, out. Okay. You know, who needs intro? Who needs pre-chorus? Who needs post-chorus? You don't, technically, right? This song, there's an outro, but this song shows you that you can cut all the fluff and still have a song that people want to hear. You would think that is, when I say it, it sounds obvious, but then why are so many songs written with intros and pre-choruses and all this kind of stuff? People feel like they need to put that there. Maybe they want to build up. They want that space to build. We'll see if this song builds whenever we look at the arrangement. That's next. Okay, so let's look at the chords real quick too. What's the tempo on this thing? Let me get a little tap on the tempo. Let's turn this off real quick. Grab the headphones. That's got to be somewhere in the 70s. So it's like kind of a slow song. Listen to this song, okay? My Spanish reading was had a lot to be desired, okay? But listen to the song. She sings it very beautifully. We don't listen to the songs on this show. Why? Because I just don't want any drama. I don't want people to be complaining about me having their stuff on my show and wanting me to take my show down. So, for the sake of just keeping a distance, doing a little copyright social distancing, I don't play the song, but you should play the song. Listen to the tempo. You notice it's a little slow. It's not snooze, go to bed slow, but it's pretty slow. If it was a dance, it'd definitely be like a slow dance. Okay, so that's definitely a constraint, but that also opens you up in some ways, because if you have a slower song, then every 4 beats actually takes a lot more time, gives you more space to say more things if you want to, or to and do like more embellishments on your singing. Or you can do whatever you want with that space. It's yours when you pick a slower song. Now, a lot of the time, people will then, because of that, end up writing a longer song. But this is a 2-minute, 40-second song, which is not long, right? How they keep it short and still have that long format in the slower song? Well, you jump right in at the chorus. You go verse, chorus, verse, chorus. You put an outro, chorus, verse, chorus, and out. You're gone. That's 2 minutes and 40 seconds. So you see, like, what I see is them figuring out a way to make a slow song that's got actually kind of a lot of words. You know, I'm not going to take the time to do the word count on this, but for a 2-minute song, there's a lot of words here. You know, there could be less. Let's put it that way. But I would say it's largely because it's a slower song. Got more space. Say stuff. Alright? What's next? The arrangement. Alright, so what do I do for the arrangement? Again, I don't play the songs on here because I don't want no static. But I do listen to it, and I do a little flyby and tell you what I'm hearing as I go. Okay? Think about it, write it down, just listen to it and remember it, and then listen to the song on your own. And you be the judge, alright? I'm going to turn this down just a hair, and here we go. Drums, some horns, and like a almost water-like chord from like a keyboard. Bass comes in, vocal comes in, background vocals coming in. Still got the chord, the bass, drums, but the drums or the horns dropped out on the verses. Some big, like, strummed pads and some, like, high-end keys coming in on the second. What is this, the chorus? That would have been the verse, I guess. Now we're back in the chorus and we got the horns again. This time through the chorus, we got a lot of stuff. The horns are back. We got some strumming, like dry strumming on some strings. Big background vocals. This is the outro, I guess. There's like an ephemeral, like really swirly, effect-driven. I guess that's another verse. Yeah, that would have been another verse. Okay. Felt like a bridge almost. I'm sorry, I'm just vibing with the song. So the last chorus that comes in sounds pretty much like the other ones, and then the outro is like this really slowed down, super airy, low vibrational pad kind of a thing with a vocal that's very muted and subdued. Very cool song. As you saw, I kind of got carried away listening to it. I forgot to even talk about what I was thinking. The song is on point, man. It has a really awesome like murkiness and just a really special texture. I left my dog in the backyard instead of putting her in the house, and she just has not stopped barking. Why do these dogs do this? Can someone just let me know, please? Anyway, that's the arrangement. That's a really cool arrangement. Texturally speaking, I mean, that's a very, very modern and just interesting texture. Even like every sound I feel like was very carefully crafted to just create this certain like space, this certain kind of creative space. Just listen on your own. Okay, let's talk about the melody. Okay. We'll listen one more time, just briefly. It's a very interesting song. Come on, baby. I feel like this one is, again, like another song that's very like motif driven. This one being that da 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 da. That's like, that's it for the song. Not it. Like, that's not it. Because then this really feels like a pre-chorus to me. I feel like they left something out here on these lyrics. Anyway, that I feel like is like, that's the heart and soul of this track right now. Like, it really holds down the basic groove. Like, it just, when the melody then breaks away from that, it really feels like this other place that you go to, and it makes those, like, when you drop back into that da 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 again, it just makes it feel that much more what's the word, like mesmerizing, like you just, it goes away for a moment, and then you come right back into it, and it's like every time you get deeper into that groove, you know? Anyway, it's a really nicely performed song. Like, I really dig the way that it's being sung. Okay. Creative cameos for this one. Really running out of time here. Wow. Only got about 5 minutes left. Creative cameos on this one. It's almost like overused, but I really like these like filtered out, like muffled vocal outro kind of things. Like, don't everybody just run out and start sticking muffled outros on your songs, but when it's done the right way and you do this, there's also like this slowed down thing that people tend to like to hear or like to do, where the music sort of falls into like a halftime thing, and then a lot of the sonic quality goes away, you know? I don't know if that's a cameo. I really also dig the horn sound, but I don't know if that's like sparsely used enough to be thought of as like a cameo. I'm gonna go with the end. I feel like it's almost a tiny bit of a cop-out, but I'm gonna say that really just interesting texture on that outro vocal. It just kind of makes it re-grabs your attention and gets your focus in a way that's really powerful for the end of a song, because it makes you kind of want to listen to it again, you know? That's like one of the masterful things about writing a song that maybe a lot of new songwriters are not thinking about. But like, how do you make the end so sweet that you really want to just get right back to the beginning, you know? I feel like in this case, the way that that's done is very creative. Though not entirely new, but just new at the same time. It's a new way of doing kind of like an old thing, but you decide if it feels old. I think it feels very modern and very just sensible. All right, unanswered questions. Okay. I mean, my question is, how's brother get one of these private jet trips? You know, you can fly a private plane. You got the private plane. That's not a really good last section for unanswered questions, but that's the first thing that came to my mind. I can read your mind. I don't know. What questions do I have? I really like the song. It has almost like a rap quality to the English stuff, and then the singing on the Spanish stuff is it's really put together in a cool way. I'm gonna say my unanswered question is, why is she messing with this person's brain like that, man? Get out of this man's head. Get out of his head! That's all I got. I don't know. I don't have there's not too much mystery about what's going on here. It feels like it's very much like called out to the front. That's Music Notes, folks. It's a wrap. My name is Carlos Young. All my information is down below. Check me out. I'll be back Thursday, baby, for another one. New song. We'll see what it is. Peace.